Yesterday, we presented a rumor that Papa Acedu was going to be out as Snape, which would be the best of all possible things for the Harry Potter TV series. Now, of course, J.K. Rowling gave her statement saying she would never want him out of there, and that she supports having a black Snape and the like, and also says that the character was never described as light-skinned in the novels, even though I have presented evidence in other videos that she actually did have that. It is in the books that he is light-skinned and he's pale and crusty and oily. Does not look or feel like this actor whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense. And I really like Clownfish's TV analysis. Like, Snape gets hung by a tree in the books. That's going to be weird when it's a black guy. Yes, it is. And you know what they're going to do with it. They're going to change it from the books to make some sort of like racism nonsense out of it, which is just going to throw everybody out of the show. And that's the entire intention of doing something like this to begin with, because it gets people talking about it, because it's a gimmick. To push this thing, to push to the fans are just racist once it doesn't do as well as they thought it was going to do. They do the same kind of marketing tactic every single time. It never works, but they keep doing it, which I guess is the definition of insanity. We've seen this over and over again. Doctor Who, it's racist, and like lowest ratings ever. The Marvels, they're sexist. Lowest ratings ever. The Acolyte, they're racist and sexist. And lowest ratings ever. It never does well whatsoever when you just agitate fans intentionally and you don't respect the lore. It's just a recipe for disaster. So let's get into this. And there's a new petition now. Now, like I said, there's a rumor that he's been fired already, but maybe we fans can do something about this as it goes along. Because this guy's a joke, and we don't want him involved with this. So please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things in the culture, especially the fantasy news, my friends, and I'm glad you're here with me right now. I'm a fantasy writer myself. Gosh, you are amazing, because every time I talk about this book, I can't believe how many For Steven Country keeps selling. It's just like, wow. I guess a lot of new people see it every periodically. And this is what you do in marketing. You remind people. Because it's like, if you might have seen this the last video, but maybe you weren't in the mood to read right then, maybe you are now. And so this is how it works. And I appreciate you guys, of course, bearing with me here as I, this is my author career. This is my main job. I'm a YouTuber second, and I use this to promote my books. And so this is a YA fantasy novel. If you enjoy Harry Potter, I think you'll really like this. It's a coming-of-age story. An airship crew goes out and fights against monsters. They end up embroiled in like this very heavy war as the books go along. There's 6 books right now, and I got asked a bunch, when's book 7? I'm hoping to have book 7, which will be the Steam Knight 2, by the end of the year. So that is on my agenda to get done this year. I'm wrapping up another trilogy right now, but I'll get back to this. So grab this. It's available on ebook, print, and audio. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. Fun fantasy, good heroic action, good morals for the characters. Appreciate you guys reading. Okay, so a petition's been launched now to have HBO remove actor Papa Acedu from his role as Severus Snape in the upcoming Harry Potter TV series. After months of rumors, HBO confirmed that he would play a race-swap Snape, of course, upcoming live-action Harry Potter show. Repeatedly claimed it would be a faithful adaptation of Harry Potter by another author, executive producer, J.K. Rowling. Now a petition's been launched to have HBO remove Acedu as Snape. And, these petitions work. Last year with Stellar Blade, there was like a petition to change the game, and it got over 100,000 petition signatures. You get up to around 100,000 signatures and things like that. These people take note. It's a lot of people, and that's a lot of social pressure right there. So this is something that's pretty good. I'll put this link in the description below so you guys can get in on this as well. It says, we believe Harry Potter franchise deserves utmost respect when it comes to casting decisions, and that the character of Snape should be portrayed by someone who honors Alan Rickman's portrayal while also maintaining the essence of the character as written in J.K. Rowling's books. It's got 5,000 signatures as it's been launched now. Obviously, Acedu looks nothing like how Snape is described in the books, as I mentioned before. And, of course, this is what she said and in the 10th anniversary collector's edition. Snape, as I always saw him, this was scribbled back in 92 or 93. I've spent years denying Snape is a vampire, one of the more outlandish and persistent fan theories. I say he does look a little like Count Dracula in that cloak, right? On top of that, Warner Brothers released merchandise of Snape before Alan Rickman, and he looks like this. He's depicted as white. Yes, Papa Acedu might be sacked, of course. This is the Harry Potter rumor we covered yesterday. Before this is all going on. And this is interesting because the guy's gone out there and gone off saying on rants about transgenderism and things like that. Flying in the face of what J.K. Rowling's trying to do, which is trying to protect women's rights and women's spaces from men wearing dresses and all that. And he's lost his mind. We've covered it before here on the channel, pushing this kind of thing. He's signed a petition on this. Same with Emma Watson to try to reverse the UK's decisions on this matter, and he is standing way against it. Now, while J.K. Rowling says she doesn't want anybody to have any problem with their political speech or anything like that, it's like you got to fight at some point, JK. And when these people, if they didn't have to live off your Harry Potter, if you weren't too big to fail, if you were at my level of things, they'd be trying to destroy you, make sure you never work again. And they are. A lot of people want J.K. Rowling removed from the Harry Potter HBO deal, and you see these SJWs everywhere going, I'm not going to watch it. I don't want her to get 1 cent, even though she's a billionaire and it really doesn't impact her. It's ridiculous. And so these people do want her dead, and they do want her removed from everything. They want her canceled. And so it's like they're never going to back down, no matter how much you go out there and go, oh, look at me, I'm pro-free speech. It never fixes things. It never causes them to stop whatsoever. And so you can't do that at this point. We do have to just put the social pressure on the left and remove the left and remove these identity politics castings and things like that from everything out there. Otherwise, they just keep going and it'll be one side, them fighting, while our side just sits there and loses and loses and loses. And that's what it's been the last 50 years of culture until Trump decided to do something about it. And it's very much time we fight back with this stuff. So I love it. This is the petition. Like I said, I'm going to have this in the description below so that we can get in on this. It's very important stuff that we do support these petitions. It's growing, and I think that people will be in on this the more that this gets out there. So make sure to share the petition around, and of course, get this iconic legacy of Alan Rickman, mismatch with the character, and respect for the original property. That's exactly it. This is about respecting the lore. It's about respecting the property, and it's about them not inserting some weird racist dialogue and stuff like that, which they're totally intending on doing, and that's what they're going to do with all of this in order to just gaslight fans into their extreme leftist identity politics ideology. And it's all about propagandizing against you. That's the only reason to cast something like this. It's never, he's just the best actor for the job. Yeah, right. They went out there seeking a black person to do this kind of thing as a marketing stunt, in my opinion. And that's what they do every single time. I don't believe anything's organic at this point. I don't believe anything's done by accident, not in Hollywood, not with this level of a budget of a show. They're going to spend $1 gazillion on this show as it goes along, and it's going to be 10 years of propagandizing. We have to put a stop to it now. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Really appreciate you guys being here. Make sure to read some great fiction, guys. A grab for Seaman Country. It's in the description below. Get the whole series. It's available on ebook, print, and audio. I appreciate you guys for reading.